Hello everyone, happy Monday. How are you all? I am relaxing on the sofa with my cuppa. I have a casserole cooking and it's been cooking all day. So every time I go in the kitchen, it's got this lush smell in there. So I can't wait for the boys to come home to smell it all. And then obviously potatoes and veg. So I wanted to come live. Hello. I wanted to come live because a lot of things are going on in the world right now. As in POTUS, which is President Trump, and the values and the things and the curveballs that keep being thrown on that topic. But also you may have a lot of emotional things going on, a lot of personal things going on, a lot of professional things going on, and you don't know what to do. So I really want to get chatting. So connect with me, comment below, let me know what curveballs are being thrown at you and how we can resolve them. If I can give you some advice, hints and tips while I'm live right now. I'm sat on the sofa relaxing, but I've also been hard at work today too. So a lot of procrastination coming to an end because, you never get anything done if you just sit there and think, oh, well, I'll do it tomorrow. So, and I know I've got one friend who's, her curveball is the website. She isn't very techie and she's like, well, I don't know what to do and this, that and the other. So we're sorting that out as well. So, hi, Amanda. So share with me what curveballs you've got going on, what issues you've got going on. If you want to comment live below. And let me know so that I can, give some advice, hints, tips, whatever. One of them might be you've got so many things coming at you personally from all different angles. You don't even know where to look. You're trying to take a deep breath. You're trying to sort them out one by one. And it just seems as though everything is just coming your way. All the negativity. Hey, Amanda, all the negativity is coming towards you. And you don't even know where to look. You don't know where to start. You don't know how to sort out the issues and the curveballs that are coming your way because they feel negative. You can't see the wood through the trees. You know what I mean? And yours, yes, I do know yours. Reference money and work and time. Time is one thing that's got to be scheduled in. So we're all on a 24-hour clock. Time's an illusion, but we're all on a 24-hour clock because that's how we've been trained. That's how society trains us, that there's only so many hours in the day and things. So that's the other thing. But, with jobs and things like that, you've really got to, thank you so much, you've really got to make sure that what you're doing actually lines up with you and makes it that you you enjoy what you do. Otherwise there's no point in doing it. And it also obviously aligns with you and what you are. My thing is connections. So obviously I thrive more within personal and professional side, both hand in hand. If there's a connections piece in there, it's got to be a connections piece. And the car. Yes, you've got a new car though, haven't you, Amanda? Didn't I see you've got a new car? So, and it's hot. So yeah, I mean, with the car, if you're sharing it with people or, you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place in a way that, you've got to split your time between certain things, then, that's an aspect and something you've got to really schedule in and get it sorted. So that would be the thing. So let me know. No, you haven't got a new car. I thought you went for a test drive, honey. I saw a photo with you in a new people carrier, I think it was, that's all. So, but yeah, I mean, with work, with jobs, with anything that's thrown at you where, you need to get a job, but you've got no time because you're on the school run and you've got the kids and your husband or wife is bringing in money as well, but you've got a certain amount of money that you need to bring in a month, then obviously, it's, it's kind of, you've got to be mindful of what the swings and roundabouts. So what can you do to help benefit you and your family? Amanda, it was as bad as mine. I have no car. Needs a lottery win. A lottery win, well, I don't buy a ticket, so I can't help you there. So, but no, I mean, sometimes there's always a way. But if you get onto the mindset of being negative and the mindset aspect of you're never going to get a car and this isn't going to work and that's not going to work, you're sending out into the universe everything that you don't want. You're sending out all the negativity and you're sending out everything you programming your head onto everything that you don't want. Can you see the difference? You've got to start thinking about everything that you want. So a lottery win, you know, I don't know the conversion rate of how many people have won the lottery out of how many tickets sold and how likely you are to win if you buy a bunch full of lottery tickets. I don't do any of that. So, but the one thing I am good at is goal setting, and the one thing that I am good at is mindset and actually projecting differently out there. So you've got to remember that life's a boomerang. Wherever you send out comes back to you. So if you're programming your head that you can't do this, it's hopeless, it can't be done, blah 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 blah, that's obviously what you're going to get as a result. So what you do is, with any issue, and this is where I flourish as well, this is my piece, is that whatever negative is there, there's got to be positive. So you've got to drag the positives out. You've got to find the positive somewhere within there. There is one, trust me. If not, reel them off and I'll find one for you. It's not a problem. So what you've got to do is there's always a solution to everything, okay? So no matter however many curveballs are thrown at you, whatever curveballs are thrown, there's always a way of sorting it out. There's always a solution. There's always everything. Whereas people, when they're in that, and you may resonate with this, when you're in the negative mindset of everything wrong being thrown at you and everything's going in the wrong place and wrong direction and everything like that, what you're then doing is projecting out there even more so, because you are getting negative about it. I've always been very negative. I can't seem to change my way of thinking. It's not going to happen overnight. And so, sorry to burst your bubble or your balloon, it's not going to happen overnight. It's a consistent thing, momentum, consistency, always. And whatever your story is, your backstory doesn't define you. Okay, so please don't make it that, you know, you've just said, I have always been a negative, very negative. That's what you're projecting out there. Whereas if you work on your head all the time and every day and look at everything of what you're grateful for, it starts with gratitude. So what you're grateful for every single day, that will project your head differently. And if you get into a routine of doing it every day, you're going to see the world and see your life differently. And I'm going to tell you right now, life is a gift, okay? You have eyes to see. A lot of people are blind. You have legs to walk. A lot of people can't walk, don't have legs, or they're in the army and they've got them blown off and they have to learn to walk again. So you've got to be grateful for absolutely everything, whether it's lungs to breathe, and really be grateful and shimmy all the gratitude down for the basics, for your clothes, for your home, for your children, for the air you breathe, for the money that you have coming in. Doesn't matter how much it is, you've got to be grateful for the money you have had, do have, and will receive. And you've got to project your head and change your mindset into the more positive. Okay, can anyone else can anyone resonate with this? Whether you are live, whether you're on the replay, it doesn't matter. If you can resonate with this, say yes in the comments below. Hi Lisa. Because if you come from a negative mindset and a negative place, you're just projecting that out there. So again, life's a boomerang, wherever you send out comes back. And if you think that you can't change, you're right. And if you think you can change, you're right. Because your thoughts become things. So whatever you're thinking is what you believe, and you program your head every single day. If you are told you are ugly, if you are told you are thick, if you are told you are not worthy, every single day, you'll start believing it. So you've got to divorce that story, what you've told yourself. You've got to unlearn what you've taught yourself, and then program your head what you want to receive, what you want to have, and the way in which you want your life to come back to you. So no matter what curveballs are thrown at you, you can always get through the other side. Wherever there's a brick wall, get round it, through it, under it, over it, doesn't matter, get on the other side. There's always a solution to everything. Maybe you are in a place where you need to get a job. So you've got one wage coming in, or you've got no wages coming in at all. It's different if you're a single parent. So with, you've got to look for a job because you've only got a certain amount of money coming in and you need the rest of the money coming in. Well, maybe it's not just about the money. Maybe it's about, you can take a smaller pay cut to have a job closer to home, that you are home for the school run. So sometimes it's not all about the money. Money in wages, don't forget you pay national, if you're in the UK, you pay tax and national insurance. So whatever you're earning, a whole bigger percentage is coming off in tax and national insurance as well. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, if you're taking a lower pay cut or a lower priced, a job with a lower pay bracket, okay, don't forget you're paying less tax and national insurance. So you've really got to summarise it up and see, is that one worth taking or is this? Is that one worth taking? If it's more stress, more commute, you're going to be hours out of the house. You know, you're never going to see your kids, blah, 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 going to give you a heart attack by the time you're 40. You know what I mean? Or is it easier to take a lower paid job closer to home, you know, flexible hours, blah, blah. I know which one I'd personally take. Or is it a way that, you know, you're collaborating in your head, that you want to set up your own business, you want to do something, so that you're in control, you can design your days, you can create impact and give value, whatever it is. Lisa, I need to do something, but it isn't easy as a single parent. Being skint isn't fun. There must be a solution, but it still makes you feel awful. Makes you feel awful, honey, if you get in that mindset. So if you get in the mindset that you're a bad parent, you're not good enough, you're not doing this, that and the other, then obviously you're programming your head. And as I said, routine, consistently, if you're consistently telling yourself that, then that's the way you're going to feel. That's the way you're going to, you know, you're going to program your head, and you're never going to see a way out of it, if you get me. So as a single parent, what I'd highly recommend, and I am qualified to answer this question for anyone answering, I've only just moved in with my boyfriend back last year, late last year, back at the back end of the year. So I have been a single parent for a very, very long time. And my son's 19 this year. So what I'd highly recommend is you don't think of all the negatives within the situation. You think of all the positives within the situation and the position that you're in. And as a single parent, you're doing the best that you can with with whatever's been thrown at you. You are dealing as best as you can. You are securing yourself as best as you can. And I'm telling you now, you are more rich than you know. Every single person watching this right now is more rich than they know. And I'll tell you why. You are actually watching me live on Facebook. That means you've got either a phone or a laptop, an iPad, and you're connected to the internet. You're in a home. I'm sat on a sofa right now with a roof above my head. I've got food in the cupboards. Now, I remember the days way back when, okay, where my little lad was really small, probably about 2 or 3, going through the diagnosis process of autism, and I didn't have enough money for food. So guess what I did? The bread was mouldy, so I cut the mould off the bread of the crust and we had beans on toast. He had more than me. I always make sure the kids have more than me. Okay, that's what parents do. And if you look back, your parents will have done it yourself. If you're from a working class family, you will resonate with this, because sometimes, you know, you can't afford everything. You can't afford the pop from the pop man. You can't afford a lot of things, and that you make do with what you've been given, and what your life is. So please don't think you got to have, you know, whistles playing and every song and dance and everything going out there. You don't need to give these kids everything. You know, give them a pack of crayons, some paint, give them a cardboard box and paper, and let them show you, not me, but let them show you how creative they can be. I think any parent with no money would feel bad. It's not my mindset. It is what it is. I can't go back to work until Lola's at school next year because of nursery fees. There are a lot of online courses you can do, Lisa, that can help you. It isn't as it is. And I'm talking from personal experience, okay? And you are old enough to be my daughter, so I can actually tell you from personal experience, if you want to get on the phone to me, you can, if you really want to get personal with it. I think any parent with no money, depends what money you've got coming in. You've got to have a look at your income and your expenditure. You've really got to have a look at that. If you're a person who's, I'm not saying you are, so I'm saying this to everyone. If you're a person who has all the top ranges of DVDs and music, and you smoke, you drink, you have tattoos, you take drugs, you have takeaways, you go to the cinema, you have your hair and nails done, then therefore, you know, if you are in that, this is my personal opinion. If any parent then says to me, well, I can't afford this, that and the other, can't afford this, can't afford that, but you actually on the list, that is all prioritised and all being done, then you need to prioritize. And I think I'm not saying you can't go and do this, that, and the other. Some other people are pumping kids out every 5 seconds, and they can't even afford the kid that they've got. So it's all about priorities. You've got to have a look at your income and expenditure. And the thing is, and I will say this, World War One and Two, right? You never got any benefits way back when. You didn't get all this, what is it called? Child tax credit, family tax credit, working tax credit, child benefit. Didn't have any of that back in World War One and Two. So, and they died for a reason. They died fighting for this country. And if they found out now that people end up with more on benefits, sat there doing nothing all day, okay, without the workers, and I'm getting on a really rant now, but you know, if they found that out, they would turn in their graves, seriously. So have a look at everyone. You know, if you've been thrown curveballs and you can't seem to get on top of yourself, look at if you've got any loans, if you've got any HP on anything. Have a look at what you're actually spending your money on, okay? Have a look if you're going for designer brands. If you look at what you're drinking for your coffee, your tea, your shampoo, conditioner, whatever, okay? Look at benefiting yourself. There are a lot of online courses that are free. There are a lot of people out there who can help. You can bake cookies and go and sell them. You can bake cakes and go and sell them. You can join, you know, you can set up a business and you can do it on benefits. You know why? Because I did it myself. So loads of things that would probably come at me, people will come at me for things. There's always a solution to everything. If you haven't got a lot of money, I've said it before, looking at your income and expenditure, see where you can save money. Have a look around your house and your flat of everything that you can sell. Everyone has got loads of stuff that they don't need, that they can go to a car boot sale and sell on Facebook as a prime example. You can sell loads of stuff on Facebook and stuff, but there's always a way of doing stuff. Go to your local college, see if there's any courses that are available and see what you can do, okay? So bills are quite high. I look forward to the day we get luxuries. Again, that's a negative sentence, honey. So the thing is with anything like that, so what I want you to do is have a look at when your daughter goes to school, start putting a goal in and then work backwards to today. How long have you got until she goes to school? And then work it out. You don't have to tell me, but then work it out. And then work out where your child can go, or where, you know, for, you know, if you're on benefits, you get a certain percentage in childcare. I couldn't get anything. So when I set up my business, I couldn't get anything. I've never been able to claim free school meals or free this or free that, whatever the government give you. Free trips and stuff with school, I have to pay. And that's the difference. So it's sometimes, you know, it swings and roundabouts, it really is. But when you can come from nothing and then 20 years later or 19 years later, you can actually see the journey of everything. You become appreciative of stuff and you can actually, you know, hand out hints, tips, advice and stuff. Have a look at where your bills are quite high, Lisa. If they're really, really high, you need to start scaling back. Where are they? Why are they quite high? You know, shimmy down. Don't have the water running when you're doing your teeth. Shimmy, turn it off. Don't fill the kettle up. If you're doing a cuppa for one person, only fill it up for 1 cup of water. Have your washing machine and tumble dryer on after 7:30 at night. And then that reduces the bills. Think about what packages you've got for your TV or your phone or whatever, or your internet, and then go from there. We're all a lot richer than what, you know, you're a lot richer than some people back in the 50s and 60s, because you're drinking out of a cup. You don't have, you know, you haven't got your husband going down a coal mine at silly o'clock in the morning till goodness knows when. You're not on rations. You haven't got a ration book or anything in the war. Have a look at the make of the beans that you're eating or the coffee that you're drinking and stuff like that. And a lot of people who, you know, are quite young and are millennials, I saw this quite a few weeks ago actually on a video, I streamed it on my wall, is that the millennials have kind of got into, and that's between 19 and 35, into this mindset, and I'm not a millennial, I'm much higher than that. So they're in this mindset of instant gratification. They want everything right now. They're not willing to sit there and save. Some people are. I'm not saying everyone's the same, but you're not willing to, you want everything right here, right now. And that's the thing. You've really, really got to change your mindset. And it is something you can do. You're in control of it. So if someone says to me that it is as it is, nothing can be changed, then you're right. I'll agree with you. You're right. Because you've programmed your head that that is the truth. You're signing yourself up for the truth, which is that. It's fine. I know, however, it can all be turned around. And that's through experience and years and years and years of, you know, the BS and the scrimping and saving and everything. And I've come through the other end. And I'm from a single parent family with no money. And, you know, it's just that I have a different, my brain works differently. So but I am willing, I am live, I am on here. You can PM me privately. I'm willing to help as many people as possible and I'm not an accountant, but it doesn't take, long to, and it doesn't take a lot to actually work out where you can actually sort out money, where you can go for expanding your skills, knowledge, expertise and everything, and that you can actually set up a business if you wanted to, or by yourself, and actually expand you, because it's all about you, but mindset is massive. Single parent who choose online about a nursery charge £77 a term for nursery meals. Oh, you got to pay for meals as well. I used to take in packed lunch. That will cut that down. I know that the fees for Phoebe, my daughter, I had to pay. If I wanted her to stay extra, then yeah, I had to pay. But I don't think it was 77 a term. So I don't know. It's obviously you're on about nursery, which they need to go to. Nursery is something they need to go to. See if there's any, because the thing with the government and things in the UK, they don't necessarily tell you what you can claim and when. And I have found that with my son as well. So won't let you take packed lunch in. Why? Why won't they let you take packed lunch in? That's ridiculous. Oh, I'd pick her up for lunch and bring her home, feed her, and then take her back. Seriously, that is wrong. As long as you got as long as it's nutritious and healthy, have fruit in there and things like that, then I don't see it being a problem. You know, sandwiches with tomatoes and things and grapes and stuff. It's probably because a lot of parents way back when used to send their kids with chocolate biscuits and a bag of crisps, and that's it, and not the nutritious stuff. That's probably what it is. But I think it's ridiculous if you can't take in packed lunch. You shouldn't be told what you can and can't feed your own kids, seeing as you gave birth to them. So, but no, honestly, if you're in a rut and you feel as though you've got all these things being thrown at you and you don't know what to do and how to get on the other side, trust me, there is a way. All the doors are in that place. You've just got to open the correct one. Don't want the kids eating different things. None of the parents are happy about 77 a term. A term is what, 5 weeks? 5-6 weeks? 77 a term. How much is it a day? I can't work it out because I'm on my phone, but how much is it a day? 77 a term. So that's 5 5s are 25. So trying to work it out. I've been ill all weekend, so I can't work stuff out in my brain's not working as quickly as it usually does. But no, honestly, if that is a non-negotiable, Lisa, then let's move past that and work out something else. Think about all the things that you've got, that you've bought, that actually you can get. You know, just scale it down a little bit. That's all. Think about all the stuff that you eat. Where if you go to a supermarket, go to a farmer's market, see if you can get it cheaper. Just try and shimmy it all the way down, and then do what you can in the meantime. I was on benefits, and I thought, you know what? I've got to get out of this. I've got to do something. I can't sit at home doing nothing. I get bored. I get absolutely fed up, and I do not appreciate and I do not allow myself to sit there and not do anything. So what I did was I researched and then went into my kids' clothing business, and I did it all. I saved as much money as possible and set up my kids' clothing business. So there's always a way of doing stuff. So send me, if you want me to, it's up to you. Send me like income and expenditure, and then let's go from there. I am not an accountant, but it's experience. So it's kind of it's all about stuff like that, just helping out and impacting people as much as possible. If you can make one change or one difference to everything, then that is great. If you are, and a lot of people aren't, I'm not saying you are, but anyone watching, anyone on the replay, if you're not good with money either, that's another thing. Another one where you can save money is shop from your own clothes that year. Don't buy any new clothes. If you're going out for a meal, don't go and buy a new dress or shoes or makeup. Just shop from what you've got. Have a look at your own wardrobe and have a look at what you can wear. I've got an array of dresses, so if I've got an event, I won't go and buy a new dress. I'll just have a look at all the stuff I've already got, you know. So that's another way of what you can do stuff. So yeah, it's all about, you know, curveballs being thrown at you consistently. You need to change your mindset and get into the zone that you can conquer every single one. Some can't happen overnight. Some will take a little bit more time to dissolve or get on the right side of, or get in the right mindset, you know. But you know, there's always a way of doing something. There's always a way where you can come out the other side. It may seem hopeless at this moment in time, but there's always a way of doing something, because there's always a solution. And it starts with gratitude. What are you grateful for right now? Grateful of a roof, even though it might have damp in it. I remember not growing up, but I had a flat with my son and it was full of damp. I was grateful for the roof. And then, you know, the impact of that, years and years and years of being there. And then I got married and moved out, and we got a different place. And we moved down to where I live right now. So it's all in the mindset. So be grateful of what you've got right now, even though it might seem really bad. Be grateful of what you've got, because this is your story. And success isn't a destination, it's a journey, okay? So it's all about going and looking at where you are right now, where you want to be, and then connecting the dots on it all. And it starts with you setting yourself goals. What do you want to do? When do you want to do it? When is the date set? When can you go and get a job? When can you do this, that, and the other, whatever? Okay, so really look at solutions rather than focusing all your energy on the negative, because too many people put so much focus on the negative that it breeds more negative, doesn't it? It's like if you look at one spot, for example, chicken pox, next minute you've got 50 million all over your body, you know, it breeds itself. So you need to scrunch down on the little voices, on the negative monkeys that are in your head, saying that you can't do it, it can't be done, blah, blah, blah. And you need to refrain from listening to them and tell them to quieten down, take a seat, do not worry about it. You need to shh, like Ross off Friends. You need to shush them, and you need to get onto the right mindset. So look at the solutions. Don't focus on the negatives or what you can't do. Focus on the things that you can do at this moment in time. So you may have one child at nursery and one child at home. So that means, you know, what can you do within the hours? I know that you want to spend time with the other child, but what can you do? Give them a cardboard box, and then you focus on where you want to be, what you want to do. Have a look at any programs that you can buy. Have a look at any courses that you can take. Have a look at how your life is a gift. So have a look at where you can expand, instead of looking at all the negatives being thrown at you right now, and think of, right, there's got to be a solution. You've got to take a stand. You've got to stand there and be a voice for yourself, for your family, for someone. And, you know, with everything going on in America right now, how can you be a stand? Don't just sit back and be neutral. Take a stand in what you believe in. You've got beliefs and values. Take a stand, cut the emotion out of it in a way, and be kind of, you know, forceful with your belief or whatever. But take a stand and be known that, you know, you can and will achieve anything you set your mind to, but you've got to work on your head. You can't sit back and let things happen. Things don't just happen to you. They happen for you. So it's a case of taking a step back and thinking, right, why is it happening for me? Is it to teach me a lesson? Is it to, you know, give me a better life? Is it to, you know, well, my boyfriend or husband cheated on me. Well, that's something for me, so that I'm not wasting 50 years with this bloke. I'm going to find someone that's actually deserving of me, that I actually deserve, that he deserves me or she. And, you know, going in a different direction. Do you know what I mean? So it's all about, life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. And there's always a moral of the story. Like when we were kids, there's always a moral of the story. So whatever is thrown at you, okay, be it as negative as anything, you've got it's a story. So you've got to learn from the story and see how you can come out the other end gleaming. And don't forget that saying, you know, where there's rain, look for rainbows. Where there's night, look for stars. Where there's darkness, look for stars. Whatever that actual saying is, really look at that, because, you know, you've got to learn to dance in the rain. Don't just stand there moaning about the rain. It's great for our crops. It's great for our potatoes. We need the potatoes, okay? So look at the positives out of the negative. All right, because it's all about, especially if it's a relationship thing, it's all about the positives. You're not meant to be with that person. You're meant to have a child or children with that person, but you're not meant to be with them forever. That is what it is. And as I always say, life's a train journey. So people are going to get on your train. Some people are going to get off, and that's fine. Half the time, you don't need to question everything, okay? You need to mind your own business and focus on you and what you're doing, but make sure you've got your armor on. You are a superhero, so make sure you've got your armor on, but also work on your head. Whatever you tell yourself, you are correct, you are right. So if you tell yourself it can't happen, you are right. If you tell yourself it can happen, you are also right. It's exactly the same thing. Hi Sophie, how are you, honey? So it's all about that. So when you've got 50 million tennis balls, negative tennis balls, coming at you in different directions from the freaking machines that are around you, and you seem to be getting bruises on everything, get that armor on, stand strong, and know that you can and will achieve anything you set your mind to. You really, really can. You've got to get yourself strong in the head. So work on your mindset first and foremost, that it doesn't matter if X is thrown at you, Y is going to be the outcome. It's always going to be out there. That's what they say. Yes. No, that's fine. I mean, if it's something like you have to pay a certain figure, then, you know, if it's anything to do with nursery or anything like that, then fine. However, anything like your gas, electric and water, you dictate to them how much you pay, not the other way around, and then just shimmy everything down, turn the lights off, you know, reduce your bills a little bit. But apart from that, everything, there's always a solution and there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So even though you have the curveballs and tennis balls and everything else being thrown at you right now, go into a sense of gratitude, go into a sense of silence and have a look at what you can do personally yourself, and you can come out the other end. Honestly, trust me, been there, done that. Got t-shirt and the mug. So it's just coming from a personal place from me, because I see so many people can't go into mindfulness, can't go into gratitude, can't find themselves because there's so much negative being thrown at them right now. And I am here to tell you there is light at the end of the tunnel. This is not your end game. This is not the end of your journey. You've got many, many years. You are here for something bigger than yourself, and you're part of something. You have a calling, and you've just got to find out what it is. If you don't know what it is right now, then you know the 2 special days in your life, all right, overriding everything else. And I'm a mum of 2, so okay, first day is the day you're born. That's very, very special. You are a miracle. And the second thing that's so important, that the only 2 days that are very, very important more than anything ever, is the day you find out why you were born. Okay, whether it is to be a mum, whether it is to lead a population or a country or people, or to do something, wherever your calling is, that is the most special day as well as being born. So know that you have a purpose while you're here. So while you're on the negative mindset or the negative, you know, negative wall or something, you know, you can always get yourself off the negativity and switch channels, turn yourself over and think, right, okay, this is the BS I've got to deal with today or this year in my life, whatever. How can I turn it around? Because there are so many people that have turned their lives around from a negative outset. They've had a bad upbringing. They have horrendous things, tragedies and everything happen to them, they have turned it around. There's a small percentage that haven't, but the majority of people do turn it around. So it's like they're turning the penny over. So you're looking at the negative side of the penny right now. How can you turn it over? Apart from reaching forward and turning it over, what can you do? And I'm telling you now, it starts with mindset and it starts with gratitude, because otherwise, you know, you're always going to be in the negative frame of mind and nothing can help you, because unless you can't help someone who's not willing to help themselves. So you've got to get yourself off the negative. And it's not easy for me to say, because I've been there, done that. And, you know, all these years later, I can now help everyone else and as many other people as what they'll allow me to see that doesn't matter how many curveballs are thrown, there's always a positive out of every single one, and you can come through the other side. So have a wonderful evening. PM me and connect with me direct if you want any personal advice at all, hints, tips or anything, and I will see you soon. Bye.